I was also thinking about what I wanted to do for my community. I wanted to help my community in some way. So I landed on gift boxes. And it resonated with me for this reason. I actually enjoyed doing that type of thing because it reminded me of doing events, just smaller events that fit inside a box that size. It was creative. It was another creative outlet for me to have, offsetting the day job. And it was a way I could help my community because I was setting myself up to have a business that helped other businesses.
We are live.
All right.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Albuquerque. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday. That means it's time for 1 million cups. Get yourself coffee and a donut, get yourself situated. And while you're settling in, point your phone at the QR code on the screen or these cards on the tables around you, because that'll let the Kauffman Foundation know that our chapter of 1 million cups is thriving and we're having a lot of people come here. So please check in. It's not without rewards for you. If you check in on 3 separate occasions, you'll get a pen. If you check in 6 times, you'll get the coveted 1 million cups notebook. So keep at it, folks. And here's our mission. Our mission, the journey of entrepreneurship is a lonely one. You don't know the things that you need to know, and you don't even know that you don't know them. So you need help, and we provide help by lowering the barrier of access to education, resources, and connection for all new and aspiring entrepreneurs all throughout the United States. And how do we do that? There's both a national and a local mission. The national mission is pretty much what I just said. And the Kauffman Foundation provides us with software backend and training for our organizers to train our presenters in how to do 1 million cups presentation. So there's a standard framework that comes to us nationally. And also we strive to make every local chapter take advantage of the strengths of that community. We are the top 1 million cups chapter in New Mexico, and we achieved that by having a small denominator. We hear that, Santa Fe or Las Cruces might start up, and hey, that'd be great. Bring it, I say. And there are other chapters throughout the Southwest. If you're on the road, drop in at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, and you'll find they're not strangers, just friends you haven't met. The format's exactly the same. The questions will be very similar, and you'll fit right in. Okay, here's the key pillars. This is what differentiates us from other opportunities here. These are presentations, not pitches. And the reason we make that distinction is in a pitch, you're talking to possibly investors or customers, and you're putting your best foot forward. All the things that are bright and shiny about you and your company, that's what you're talking about. You're not talking about the stuff that you think about when you stare at the ceiling at 3 in the morning. All right, and this is the place to talk about those things. So these are authentic connections. We're not interested in speed dating where you see how many business cards you can pass out in 5 minutes. We're interested in making sustained connections over time, people that you can talk to about issues that are important to you and can assist you in your journey. We're run for the community, by the community. All of our organizers are volunteers. And we really believe we're doing a benefit to the entrepreneurial community here. We're radically and intentionally inclusive. All kinds of people are welcome here. All kinds of businesses are welcome here. You could be a mom and pop brick and mortar shop. You could be a whiteboard company that just got a little bit of outside funding. You could be on your way selling stuff to people, or you could have gone all the way and you're going to come back and tell us how it's done. So all those people are welcome here. And we like to promote a friendly and educational environment. So to that end, if you're talking to somebody who knows a lot more about something than you do, listen carefully and ask good questions. If it's the other way around, be patient, make sure you're explaining things carefully. And, you might have to answer the same question 2 or 3 times differently, but that's part of the job, right? You were there once too. So let's keep this a friendly and educational atmosphere. And again, if somebody says something you strongly disagree with, that might be a great time to take advantage of the opportunity to keep your opinion to yourself. Okay, it's also easy to apply to present. If you have a for-profit business designated as a business that sends sells goods or services for more than it costs to make them, you're eligible. We'd prefer you be in business 5 years or less. We're willing to break any of those rules if there's some reason why you should present. For example, you're an organizer and no one can stop you. So, you know, that's a good reason to become an organizer if you like speaking. So apply to present. We'll assign you a coach and we'll make you train you in the Million Cups format and help you to make you look your best and get the most out of your presentation. Okay, wow. Okay, new pictures on this slide. All right. So it's time to thank lots of people. I'm Paul Soder, Chief Scientific Officer of EquiSeek. I'd like to thank myself. Lisa Atkins, COO of Fat Pipe. Eric Briggs Whitmore, keeping the gears lubricated in the city of Santa Fe. Laura Jepson. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I thought you hid from us because we pointed at you last week. All right, so go up. She's shy. Go up and talk to her afterward. Danielle is here. And Keiko and Oscar are making other people's families look good. And this is the first time we've been able to show the slide with Dr. Norm and Barbara Dawson of Purple Mulch. And here they are. Welcome to the 1 Million Cups organizing team. And you'll get taken through the Kaufman Foundation training and all that stuff. And I'm sure you'll be a great help to us. So thanks to all our organizers. And we have sponsors. Fat Pipe, our host for the past 10 years. 50 weeks a year, we are here at no cost. We could not do this without Fat Pipe.
I think it's 11.
11 years now. It's coming up on 11 it'll be 11 in August, right? Is that when we started?
I don't know, maybe 12 in August.
Oh my goodness. And dry heat photography, making us look good. There's Deanna right there. More than organized. Miriam's not here today, but she provides coaching in organizing your stuff, organizing your thoughts, and she provides creamer. Foundation for Sustainable Living, Franklin, say hi. He's providing coffee, Beyond Energy, if that's not enough for you. Are they here? Well, okay. Noventum Custom Software that doesn't suck, and also providing donuts, and Minuteman Press for all your ink on paper needs. So thanks again to all of our sponsors, and let's rock. I suppose we could ask the coach to introduce the presenter, but
Yeah.
I am the coach, so I'll introduce the presenter. It is a pleasure to have Sarita here, who has a pretty interesting idea for a business that I think is going to work out really well. Come on up here, Sarita, and show us how it's done.
No pressure.
Make sure you stand on or near the star, Sarita.
And do a Mick Jagger.
I'll do my best. Tell me if I don't get loud enough. Is
You
that
sound great.
all right? I am going to start off by asking you a question, and then I'm going to pass something around. The question is, by a show of hands, I need to get closer.
You're
Okay.
okay.
The question is, by a show of hands, how many of you do not know someone who does not like receiving a gift?
Anybody who does not.
That's basically the expectation I was going to get, I guess. It's not something that you expect to hear about, right? And there's a reason that I do Soul and Serendipity. This is me. And so Soul and Serendipity is my business. I do curated gift boxes and I feature local vendors as much as possible. I want to give you a little bit of background, and I'm going to start this with Lisa. Thank you. I want to give you a little bit of background. I think I'm going to keep
Can we get just a little more voice?
Right there.
right here. Is this better? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what you want to hear. Okay, here we go. All right. I want to give you a little bit of background as to who I am and how I got started with Soul and Serendipity. I'm going to go back to 2001. That's when I moved here from California, and I moved to New Mexico with the job. I have had a job my entire life, so it's been interesting to compare job life to what I do for my business. And when I came here, really what I wanted to do was something interesting, something fun, something that I enjoyed doing. My day job was not it. My day job, I'm going to give you some background on it. My day job is finance related. Lots of rules, lots of regulations, lots of structure. You have to do things a certain way. When I got out of the day job, since I just moved here, I wanted to try something and see, explore, do something fun. I landed on doing event planning. Now, this is after dabbling a little bit, but I landed on event planning. And it really excited me. It was something fun. So I did event planning as a hobby, AKA, I did not get paid for what I was doing. For a salsa dance company, it was a nonprofit. They didn't have the money to hire anybody to help them with their events. I volunteered my time. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. But there is a big difference between what I did during the day and what I did on my own time outside of work hours. When I landed on the idea of doing gift boxes, let's go forward to 2020, 2021 timeframe. Yes, we all know what happened during this timeframe. Because I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my business, I was also thinking about what I wanted to do for my community. I wanted to help my community in some way. So I landed on gift boxes. And it resonated with me for this reason. I actually enjoyed doing that type of thing because it reminded me of doing events, just smaller events that fit inside a box that size. It was creative. It was another creative outlet for me to have, offsetting the day job. And it was a way I could help my community because I was setting myself up to have a business that helped other businesses. So getting into a little bit of the nitty-gritty, what problems do I solve? This actually stumped me for a long time. And because my day job is so structured, so rigid, my mind kept going back to the day job and thinking, oh, I should be able to prove this is how I help you because of X plus Y equals Z. You should be able to get this result by Z. But it took me a while to realize my business is not about numbers. It's not about quantifying how I help people. It's about the feeling. It's really about all the emotion around what gifts do for people. However, I was able to determine three ways that I do help businesses. I can help them create a great positive image for their brand. I can help a business or a company keep front of mind because they're giving gifts. Hey, who doesn't like getting a gift? We all agree that we all like getting gifts. Okay, who's gonna forget the fact that I gave them a gift? Yay, thank you for that. And I help in developing and strengthening relationships. All good things that make you feel good, right? So who are my customers? Like I mentioned, I feel I'm business to business. Could I sell to the individual? Yes. Do I sell to the individual? Yes, that's what I do now. My goal is to work with businesses, and my ultimate business to work with is a B&B. Why? They have many rooms, they have turnover, they can be in a position to buy many boxes, let's just be frank. And that's what I would want for my particular business. Airbnbs, not so much. Those tend to be onesie-twosie locations. That's a little more labor intensive on my part. Small businesses and small companies. Sure, I can help them in a couple of different ways. I can help them because they have employees. There are reasons why you can give gifts to your employees, their onboarding, it's their anniversary, it's the company's anniversary and you want to celebrate, or obviously the holiday timeframe. But also it's a possibility that these businesses would like to give a gift to their customers as well, depending on what their business is. But then I also can work with, excuse me, service providers or solopreneurs. So examples of a service provider would be a realtor. You sell a house. I can help you show appreciation to the people who bought the home. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for utilizing me. Or a coach. They sell a $20,000 package. I can help by saying, hey, here you go. Here's the gift that you can give that person who bought the package. So there are different people, different companies, and different businesses that I can help. I love, this is my favorite quote from Maya Angelou, and I think it's quite appropriate for my business. I'm just going to read it because I don't want to mess it up at all. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And like I mentioned, it took me a while to realize my business is all about the feels. It's all about the emotion. It's all about the heart. Polar opposite of what I do for a living, for the day job. And I brought that up for a reason because we're going to circle back around to the fun that is my day job. So what am I working on personally? I told you I was going to be candid. There are certain things that I've been working on for a while. There are things I continue to work on. And these are two of the things that I'm working on currently. It's just continued learning. Me doing this for myself is a new thing, new-ish. I've been on this road. I've taken a detour. I've gotten back on the road. So this is a new-ish thing for me. But I know I need to have continued learning. And West is one way I can utilize what they have, the classes that they have to expand my knowledge base. And personally, I've never been a social media person, but we are becoming a social media person. So I am trying to make sure that I set myself up to use social media more effectively than I have been using it in the past. Why am I here today? There are a number of reasons, some of which aren't on the board, but the main reason why I'm here today is that mindset shift that I'm still working on to go from the employee mindset to the business owner mindset. I am still struggling with that. And that's why I wanted to give you, am I doing it again? That's why I wanted to give you background as to what I do during the day. You can see polar opposites. That's what's actually happening. I also wanted to see if there is any connections that anyone can share with me. Another one that I did not put on the slide is I need to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. So guess what I'm doing today? I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But literally, I am doing a business. I need to get in front of people. I need to talk about the business. I need to talk about the story behind how I got here. And you are, for lack of a better term, my guinea pigs. Thank you very much for being my guinea pigs. I appreciate that. So the ultimate question that is always asked is, what can this community do for me? I figure there is a wealth of knowledge in this group. There is a wealth of experience. I need to learn from that. So any insight that you have that can help with me making that shift from employee mindset to a business owner mindset, I would greatly appreciate. That's what I'm really striving to do. Now, before I conclude, short and sweet. That's what this is. Before I conclude, I passed around a sign-up sheet. Where is that? Over there? Okay. Did everyone get a chance? Okay, so it needs to go over here if you don't mind. Thank you. Now, I'm not above bribery. I'm really not. And there's a reason I have sign-up sheet, because I do gift boxes. After the question and answer session, I am going to raffle off.
Oh,
I think it's a fun gift, and I think it's something everybody would enjoy. So when we are done, I will go ahead, look at how many people signed up, pass out tickets, and we will go ahead and do a raffle. So let's go ahead and stay if you signed up at that particular point in time. Okay? I will turn it over to Ms. at this point.
Great job. All right, stay here for question and answers. If
Okay.
you have questions or comments, feedback for Sarita, please form a line right here. I'll also call on people online and I will post Sarita's contact information in the chat window.
Hello, I loved your presentation. And I had one reaction to the boxes that you showed. Some of them had coffee cups in. Can you find a place that will put the logo of a business on it? Because if you have a coffee cup, that's one thing, but if it has the logo of the business that gave it to them on there, not only does it help them right away with the whatever, but every time they use it, every time they anything, every time somebody sees it, they get to tell that story again. So that's another thing. Not everyone will do it, but if you have that option for an extra $1 or whatever it is, we can put your logo on this when you give it to others. I think that would be a huge advertising song.
I appreciate the information and the thought. I think that will come up as I'm curating the box for that customer. Because like you say, some customers don't want it, some customers may. So I think that will be part of the conversation I have with the customer as we are curating the box that they want to give.
So is every box individually made, or do you have package A, package B, package C? How do you do that?
What I am doing, oh, there we go. What I'm doing at this point is I do have set boxes that are available. And they're available for individual purchase, as well as if a company wants to go ahead and purchase for their employees or the business. But ultimately, we can curate a box that is specifically something that particular company wants. So I do have things that are available that are already set up, and you can just say, oh, I like that. But I did have a customer, and she was a realtor. I said was, she is a realtor. And she said, oh, you know what? I don't want coffee for this client. I want to get hot chocolate. Okay. So basically we just tweaked the idea of what the box was for her. And that's a form of curating the box. for her.
If she had had her logo on that cup, it would have kept them in the memory for a lot longer, but I like that idea. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good morning and thank you.
Good for it.
I'm Dr. Norm with drnormsconnections.com. I'm in the dementia defense business. Nothing to do with what you're talking about. I really liked your idea. When I was a young boy, a long time ago,
Hey, I know years.
we were introduced to a concept called the Welcome Wagon. And it was a brand name, probably a nationwide brand name. They did very similar to what you did. They had a logo that said Welcome Wagon. They even had a little kiosk, I guess. And realtors, most of the time, whenever somebody moved into a new house, what they would do, the realtor would give them a box of things, soap and toilet tissue and whatever else. But my suggestion would be, I'm sure you have to do this over time, but get a logo on your box so that every time somebody sees that box, they can go, oh yeah, I got this from Sarita. Or whatever the name of your company is going to be. So that brand name gets out there and you get known for, oh yeah, I got to get that welcome thing from Sarita. And also if you make a list of things that the realtors can choose from and have that available as a catalog item or on your website. So that one realtor says, yeah, I want this, this, and this in the welcome box, whatever. So a logo and a list of things and then get your name out there.
again, I appreciate the information. For the boxes, believe it or not, it's a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be to find boxes. You're thinking, how hard could this possibly be? Well, I realized I wanted a certain color and I wanted a certain size. And I wanted to make sure they were sturdy because some boxes are quite flimsy. And if you have things that are heavier in them, it's not gonna work. And you don't want to mail off a box that has no structure to it. So the box idea, hey, once I find the company that I can work with, that's something that I can think about. It's like, hey, let me go ahead and put my logo on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be to get a hold of a really high quality printing company like that guy right over there and say, can you make boxes? Can you find boxes? Can you print boxes? Can you do all that stuff? I'm sure there's somebody out there that can help you.
It's funny that you mentioned it because that is one of the things that I am working on now is trying to find a box supplier locally. Because as of right now, I love the box that I have. I love, it's the weight is, how many people here are like me? Oh, this is a good box. Like Apple, they have great boxes. That's one of these boxes. Like, this is a good box. I need to find that locally and then we can kind of go from there. So, oh, I appreciate the information. Thank you so much. Well,
Thomas.
nice to meet you, Serena.
Okay, I've got more of a 2 cents, and you can tell by my age that I don't have that much experience, so it's more, I'm curious to see if this actually gets best.
Okay.
But in my experience, I would say that going from a salary position, it's a mindset of kind of scarcity. And hey, I need to hang on to this salary, I need to hang on to this job for dear life, because that's my lifeline. To going to being an entrepreneur, I think the mindset shift is, the proper mindset shift is one of abundance, where, especially for your business, everybody can buy your product. So that's just my 2 cents.
No,
Maybe people agree or disagree, but that's been my experience.
have you, let me ask with your 2 cents because I accept the change. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have you gone from employee to a business owner yourself? Is that something that you've had to experience and?
And come out the other side.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, okay.
Technically.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it because like you say, you are mini motivator. And the longer you've been doing something, the harder it is to shift. And that's been a struggle. So no, I appreciate the information. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hello.
Good morning. My name is JP. I'm developing a business called Amazing Life Wellness. And I got a question for you that may lead into another question.
I'm
So the question is, can you explain the contents of the box, how you arrived at that contents, and what's the retail price of those?
So the content of the box is where my creativity and the fun comes in because I get to choose whatever I want to go into the box to, in my edification, it makes a certain feel. So when the box is open and the treasures are shown, oh, well, that's cool. Oh, in my mind, that's how I'm putting the box together. Like this is for a particular purpose. And for that purpose, these are the things I put into the box to hopefully elicit the, hey, this is cool. This is great. This is fun. That type of response when it comes to it. As of right now, because I plan on working with other businesses, the basic box that I have is set at $100. So I have items in there that with all the cost that went into it, that will get me a profit. It's not a huge profit, but it's a profit. So I determine the price on the box based on what I put in the box. So I have a price point in mind when I'm putting them together. So it's all about the feels. Is that my tagline? That's literally,
Yeah.
it took me a while to realize it's all about the feeling, it's all about the emotions around doing this. Yeah, so I hope I answered your question.
part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question two.
Okay, so it's very intentional, which is, that's my world.
Mhm.
Everything's about intention, being conscious as possible and putting that love and humility, compassion into the world. So the businesses that you're acquiring the products from, in a sense, are your sponsors in a way. Because there's like product placement with companies, like for films, film companies get like, oh, whoever put their product placement in there. And the people providing the products are basically paying the film company to advertise. So you could probably get products for free from companies. That's basically like, I'm helping promote your business, and then here's the exchange. So given that, is it all local New Mexico products? And there's a symbology in that, if there is, and could you explain that briefly?
The background to it being local, I will hand this off, Lisa, is because I was trying to help my community. So that was really where it stemmed from when I was thinking about starting this business. The intent behind it is to be as local as possible. It is hard in some cases, for example, baby items. The one baby item is the budget that I have for the box. It's like, well, the one that I found, let me put it that way. Okay. So I do shop local as much as possible. I want local vendors who actually make the product local. Then I don't know if this is the right way to think about it or not, but from my mind, if I ended up buying from a store, it's a national store, but I bought it from the Albuquerque version of that national store. In essence, I'm still buying local. So that's how I kind of came up, and I don't know if I answered your questions. I kind of went off on a tangent. And so, are you okay? All right, I appreciate it. Did I answer?
Yes, I have one more recommendation. So this last recommendation is, so there were different people that come to this community that have different services, and I met I can't remember their names, the two ladies that are doing the wine service. I think your box should be in the limousine of those people doing those wine tours.
Oh, I like that.
And you can contact them, and I'm sure Lisa has the information, but there's a lot of potential for a crossover, what I call cross-pollination with businesses. And I'm an artist, and I would like to talk to you later about maybe one of my little art pieces being in your box that's made here in New Mexico with intention, that has a symbology of the land of enchantment. So that's something you may consider as having options for your boxes for different intentions of people. Like, I want to give this gift that has these certain items that represent mine. I mean, your intention is important, but also the person giving the box can have an intention that goes with it. So that's my suggestion for you.
I definitely agree with that. I think that is more on the individual level versus me working with companies where on a higher, broader scale, it's a little less personal, but still can be curated. But I appreciate that. Let's talk about the art part. And I realized, oh, I didn't answer part of your question.
Okay.
What I was thinking about when it comes to having the ability to utilize, let's say, the B&B. Okay, you know what? Then I can go on your website because my box is something that you're selling, right? We decide we're going to work together until we fit together. I can go on your website and I can make sure that this is a way that I can get more exposure as well to when it comes to that. So we have to talk.
Okay.
We have to talk.
Thank you. Great presentation, Sarita.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the love. Thank you for the love. 1 million.
My name is Erin Frazier from Frazier Financials. I'm an accountant and I love doing it. So, but I had to tell you that.
So you understand?
I do understand, and I know.
No,
But I'm also an artist. Oh, I love this idea. Yeah, I'm an artist. So right side, left side, right?
you
So
understand, yes.
what I was thinking for you is, what about hotels,
So
right? Okay.
B&Bs and boutique hotels all that are locally owned and have the business decisions made here are my ideal. Those are top of the pile for me. Larger hotels, there's a lot of red tape for the corporate office. I work in a corporate office. You'd have to go through a lot of red tape to be able to do something here. Their corporate office could be California or some other place, right? So my intent is basically focused on the local regional area and working with people who can make the decision and who own it, who are here. And I, right or wrong, that's what I'm thinking.
Understand, yeah. And I live right by the Sandia Casino. I don't know if that's locally owned or something. I don't know.
So I did do an event at Sandia Casino years ago, and that's one of the reasons why
Oh, I see.
I did not do events for my business. I was a little too restrictive with, oh, you can't have open play, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Oh.
Okay. Well, what can I do? Well, let me be a little more creative and figure it out. That was literally, I realized when it came to events, the venue dictated what I wanted to do for that event. And at Cynthia, there were a lot of restrictions. It kind of reminded me of the day job. There were a lot of restrictions about what you could and couldn't do. So that's why I said, okay, it's not going to be event planning.
Nice. And I have one more recommendation.
Go for
My
it.
favorite coffee cup, you heard of Badass Hawaii?
Yeah.
They have lava cups that say Badass Hawaii on them.
Okay.
They're awesome. Anyway,
Thanks for the suggestion.
Hey, Sarita, Sue Prolazny online has a couple comics for you, so I'm gonna bring her online.
Hi, Sarita. Good morning. What an excellent business. So statistics tell us that almost 96% of all businesses in New Mexico are small businesses. So my two suggestions are to, if you haven't met with the New Mexico Small Business Association and or the EDD, they have special programs and they can hopefully help you figure out how to reach those small businesses.
I appreciate that. I have met with the New Mexico Small Business Association, but I need to take it up a level. I need to pursue that a little more diligently. So thank you for the reminder.
Sure.
Thanks, Sue.
Hello.
Good morning, I'm Barbara Dawson with Purple Mulch. And have you ever read any of Robert Kiyosaki's work?
A long time ago. Yes, I have.
And do you know the cash flow quadrant?
Off the top, no, I don't remember this quadrant.
Okay, so basically what I heard you say is, I'm looking for a mindset change, shift between working for somebody else and being in business for myself.
Yeah.
And what he adds to that is, yeah, we can work for somebody else, we can work for ourselves. We can own a business, which is really where we're creating leverage. You've still got a business where you're working the business, you're doing all the work, all of that. So the shift may be, okay, how do you expand it in time so it's not all on you? And then the last quadrant is becoming an investor, doing something where your money is working for you.
Yes.
So we're going from working for someone else, being in business for yourself. So think about being a business owner as the mind shift, which means how can you expand, get more people working for you, get more people doing the social media marketing. Welcome to entrepreneurship. We all get into this. It's like, oh, yeah. So those are just some
I
suggestions.
appreciate it.
Your
Thank you
thought?
very much. I appreciate that information. I will go. I'm sure I have his book at home. I have a couple of books for him at home. I will go and pull it and revisit. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, Kathy Kellogg, User Betterment Labs. I was a New Mexico girl who lived in another state for many years and often looked for gifts to give to people that were from New Mexico. So New Mexico Indian coffee, New Mexico tea, all the things I saw in your pictures. And then I would have to put my own gift boxes together. But there's a whole market out there of people like me who lived other places, but whose heart were still here that might be interested. And I recognize that's the individual market, not the B&B market. But having a presence on Etsy or Amazon or I just Googled and I didn't find you quickly, making sure that you're visible in those search engines, might be a way to hit a market outside of the state for people like me that really wished that there was New Mexico gift boxes that I liked the contents of back in the day.
Again, appreciate the information. I am not, don't go away. I'm not against selling to the individual, but my focus is business to business a little bit more. Because now that's what I do. I sell to individuals. Some of them are family. Some of them are not. Some of them are friends, but that's exactly what I do. But I appreciate the information because that's something I need to take into consideration. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Hey, Sarita, my name is Jeff DeBellis. Thank you for your presentation. You did an excellent job. I work across the street at Fuse Makerspace, and just a suggestion based on some of the things that some folks said about customizing mugs and stickers. We have a lot of resources at Fuse for creative entrepreneurs like yourself. So if you have the creative impulse to like engrave your own mugs or glasses or make your own stickers or kind of do any of that stuff on your own, we have resources for folks over there, and we can train you, and depending on the details of your business, we might have some funding for you as well.
Okay. I'm loving the information that's coming my way, things I haven't thought about. So thank you for that, because that's something I do need to think about. Where I am right now, my house is my warehouse. My spare room is no longer a spare room. It's now my gift box room because all the stuff I've been purchasing and maybe I haven't sold it yet, and it's nothing that goes bad. It gets put away in the spare room, but I appreciate that. That's something I need to think about. I love it. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Albert Vito, and I just had a couple tips that I came across while researching to formulation for my own business as well. There's a lot of applications that have all-in-one kind of flow where you can use all platforms of social media all in one app, so it's very user-friendly for yourself. So you can save yourself a lot of time going from one to the next. You can just formulate all your posts in one thing. So it'll just save you so much time and help you, get your mind off of the platforms that you don't want to spend so much time on.
I love the information to save me from myself. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Moser. I'm with Sacred Patterns Acupuncture. I apologize if you've already thought of this or talked about it, but the first thing that I'm thinking about is like probably one of the biggest industries here in New Mexico is the movie industry.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, they're bringing in actors and whatnot. I mean, hey, here's a taste of New Mexico while you're here. I don't have any connections there, but I'm sure someone in here probably has connections with the movie industry. But have you thought of that?
I have. It's been on my mind. And because I have a tendency, have you seen the movie that the dog squirrel?
Yeah.
Because I have that tendency, I have that in the back of my mind that, okay, I'm going to go there, but I need to focus on the B&B and the boutique hotels and the small hotels first before I scroll my way down a different path and don't do anything. So yes, I have thought of that, and I love the idea of it. I'll keep that in mind. Don't you worry. Good morning.
Hey, Sarita, my name is Kelly. And I have two questions, or a two-part question for you. So listening to you speak, when you speak about your day job in finance and this business, you speak about them as if they're very, very separate, right? So my question for you is, as you're thinking about your mindset shift, what do you think are the assets that you bring to your business because of your day job? And then my second question is, what do you feel is holding you back from this new position as business owner because of that day job?
What I think I bring to the table because the day job is structure, order. I'm all about the Excel spreadsheet, let me just get things organized and together. that's what I do during the day, at least. And I think what is it that the day job that holds me back is the structure. Sometimes I'm so used to having that structure that when I don't have the structure, squirrel. Let's kind of float this way. Oh, wait, what are you doing today? I need to do this, this, and this. I don't have it organized. I don't care what order. I'm just gonna get it done. What do you feel like doing, Serena? Okay, let's do this. But then that turns into, oh no, I kind of went off on a tangent. And now I'm doing that. Oh wait, I started because I was doing this. The structure is both a help and a hindrance because I rely on it so much during the day job. So I guess ultimately the thing holding me back is me in a nutshell. That's where we are. So it literally is my mind. It has to be a mindset shift into the new world that I'm striving to get to. I think that answered both questions, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that to me, when I hear someone say they need a mindset shift, all the advice in the world may be great advice, but it might not be directly to the point of what you need right this moment, right?
Does it resonate with the person?
Yeah, and so, and it's all been great advice and you can definitely take all of it. But I think for a mindset shift, you have to really get into what about your mindset do you want to shift? And then how do you use the assets you already have to get there? So if you think of yourself as a really organized, structured person, and the thing you're struggling with in your own business is the organization and structure, what could be the next step that you take to look at it and say, okay, how do I use my finance brain? How do I use all these years of experience that I have to create this structure for myself just for the next step? Right? Because it can be really hard to look at the big picture.
Yeah.
And probably in your day job, you know exactly what your next steps are.
What time is it? Okay, I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. And so maybe, so I guess my question to you is like, how can you sit down and think about how to use those assets, those skills that you definitely have from your day job? And instead of thinking of them as a hindrance, how do you use that to actually sit down and say, okay, how am I gonna make my step-by-step process for this one hurdle that is right now? And then you can think about the next hurdles, right? But if your hurdle right now is, I don't feel like I have enough structure, I feel like I'm jumping around from task to task, right? Can you think about how do you time block for your current job? Even if someone else is doing it for you, how do you take that and then maybe overlay it into what you're doing for your current job? That's helpful. Great idea.
I love it because of the structure of that. That's something that I can more easily do instead of, oh, all of this is going on.
Right.
And it's a little overwhelming. So what are you gonna do now? Float, 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 float. Squirrel, do this now, squirrel. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love that idea. I really do.
Paul, you want to wrap this up?
It's time for the final question. And where's the clipboard? Somewhere? Everybody had a chance? Okay, so 2 final questions. Red or green?
Can I whisper this? Actually, I don't care for chili. If I order something, can you just put it on the side so that I don't have to have it? I'm sorry, but it's true.
Probably leaves town for a balloon fiesta too.
I know, I love balloons.
And what can this community do for you?
It was, the main question was that mindset shift question. I think that's what I was looking for because there are so many people in here who have experienced it, who've gone through it. And that's what I was looking for. So appreciate the info again.
That's terrific. Thanks again.
I think so.
And let's do the awful thing.
The clipboard is over.
I think he's bringing it around.
Oh, he's
I hope
walking.
he is.
Where?
All right, so you can explain that people are supposed to just, they know how raffle works. There's 2 tickets, right? There's one that you drop in the hat, there's one that you keep. So you know what to do, kids. Okay.
What I think is the easiest thing to do is I'm going to look at how many people signed up and I'm going to pass out that number of tickets. I'm just going to pass them around. So please let it get to whoever signed up for. I'm not walking around and doing that. So please let it get to whoever signed up. And then when we're all there, I'm gonna throw it inside a little container I have, not in that box. I'm gonna give that box away. But I have a container, I'll mix it up and I will pour it into it.
Lovely.
Super. All right, get to it. All right, let's have events, right? I'm sure there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. What do you got, Lisa?
I got a few things.
Appreciate. No, okay. Good. Thank you.
If anybody ever wants an announcement on this list, you can email me at Lisa@PopeyBBQ. I just ask that you may email me the day before, because if you email the morning of, it's not going to get on the list. Things are too crazy here in the mornings. Well, since you're here, do you want to announce your event?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is William Baum. I think I made this announcement last week as well, but next week, I believe I'm your 1 Million Cups speaker. And then the following day on Thursday, I'm going to be doing another speed data science consulting event. So all are welcome. And I look forward to seeing you there.
Time, place.
It's going to be here in the conference room between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on next Thursday.
And I have a list for you, or a link for you to register. You just need to email me for this document. New Mexico Angels crowdfunding for beginners. That sounds fun. I have a link if you'd like to register for that. That's May 16th from 4 to 5:15 p.m. Founders Syndicate and Activate NM are coming together for an event to cultivate, to grow their ecosystem on May 23rd. It's called Mentor Mashup. Sounds like fun. And that's at UN 17, which is a great location. Activate NM Space Fiesta is coming up in June 6th from 4 to 8 p.m. I have a link that you can register. Do you have anything? Oh, come on up.
Thank you. Grand Rising, I'm Julie Morell with Urban Mama 505 Kombuchery and Elixir Bar. We are just getting ready, thank you. We're just getting ready to celebrate our 1-year anniversary with our tap room on US Route 66. So thank you, thank you. We're inviting everyone. I have some flyers if you need to get pictures. This party will take place on Saturday, the 18th, and we'll be blessed by an amazing musician, David Nelson Hooker, who will be doing a jazz concert for our benefit. We also have an amazing raffle going right now. I mentioned that because the tickets are still for sale and the items in the prize box are amazing. We have a 1-night stay at Angelo's Hilton. We have several $100 gift cards, including Il Chino and Fat Tire Cycles. We've got nice gift certificates from 2 Cranes, Snapdragon, just an amazing array of small businesses that came together to help us build this little kitty that we're working on. So please come and visit us. We're not just kombucha. We also have the Kangen alkalized water. And I'd love to have you celebrate with me this Saturday. Thank you very much.
Hello, Deanna Vincent with Dry Heat Photography, and I'm also Director of Marketing for a pretty well-known business networking group here in town called Roadrunner Business Networking. And we are hosting a Visitors Day on June 6th, which is a Thursday. It's at 11:30 at Jimmy's Cafe. And all entrepreneurs are welcome to come and check us out and see what you think. It's free. So please come see us on June 6th at 11:30 at Jimmy's Cafe on Jefferson.
JP, I'm back up here. I have some really great news. Some of y'all who met me a year ago, I did a presentation and talked about my goal for my business. Well, my invention is finished.
Yay.
And I did it at the Please Makerspace. So I want to basically say thank you to Jeff and the team. I'm presenting on Friday the capstone for the Deep Dive Bootcamp. And hopefully the video turns out well. I'm still working on that. But I'm hoping to share that with this community in the next month. And it just really is a life-changing event coming to this 1 Million Cups and making the connections. because I wouldn't have done what I did in the last year if it wasn't for this community. So I just want to thank you all very much. I appreciate you. And if you're people that are interested in making your own products, get over to the Fuse Makerspace. They have openings for the next deep dive boot camp. I think it starts in July or August. Right. And they have scholarships for people. I got the scholarship. So you should talk to Jeff. And if you have questions, you can ask me. It's a life-changing experience. Thank you all again and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Mine's not exactly an event, but I'm with Above and Beyond Networking Group, and we really need substitutes. It's a heart-centered entrepreneur group. So if you feel like you're a heart-centered entrepreneur, it's Tuesday mornings at the WEX on Coors. And we would like, just give me your business card and we'll get you on the substitute list. It's a good way to just check us out without commitment. So.
All right, we have some newbies in the room. If you've never been to 1 Million Cups, I see a few people. Come up and introduce yourself. We'd love for you to give your name, maybe the name of your business, how you heard about 1 Million Cups. Come on, there's 2 over there. You guys want to come introduce yourselves? Anybody else? Welcome. So glad you're here today.
I'm very excited to be here. My name is Albert Vigil. I'm
Closer,
still in the development stages for entrepreneurship or business. A little bit more on that finance side as well. I'm very interested in the healing arts and energetic side of all that. So I've been doing a lot of self-study and hypnotherapy, clinical medical, as well as Reiki, and doing a lot of podcasts. The most recent one is tomorrow for the Northern College of Clinical Hypnotherapy in the UK, and a few others that are lined up as well. So I'm just diving deep headfirst into the ocean of this, and heard about the Million Cups through my friend Amanda here. So I just thought I'd see the community, and very excited to be here to join this Million Cups as well.
Thank you for coming. Hello, I'm Amanda. I have a small business, Dreamfeather Mystic Arts, and see some familiar faces here. My friend Gladys. Actually, I heard about this through her, and then I did an event. Hey, Lola. I did an event yesterday with Andrew Moser. It was so thoughtful to invite me to vend with them, and then I met Danielle there as well. So it's such a small world, very serendipitous how I landed here. And I've been a very lone leopard in my business up until now, but I realized that it really takes a tribe to get a good thing going. And so I'm just so inspired by all the other artists and visionaries and business owners here, and really excited to just get more involved. So I've had my business for about 1.5 years now. I do hypnotherapy, shamanic healing, psychic readings, as well as yoga. And yeah, so right now I'm on the expansion aspect of the business, and Albert here teaches me a lot about, just getting the word out through podcasts and networking at local events. I'm really interested in global outreach as well through the internet, and, finding different avenues to really attract my tribe, and honing in as well on the niche of who I want to work with. I feel like I could work with really any age and type of person, but it's really fun and exciting to really hone in on the people that could really use my medicine and offerings. So yes, I also make upcycled art. I'm really big on fashion design and clothing design. So yes, we will be speaking maybe soon. Yay! Thank you for coming. All right, Paul, you get to wrap.
Okay, well, thanks again, Sarita. We're ready to do that?
Since you're my coach, go.
Okay, my fingers of fate will decide yours. The number is, last 3 digits, 954.
954.
You got it.
Thank you.
Come and get it, folks. So, you know, it's really encouraging here to see a presenter say that one of their main challenges is bringing about a mindset change and seeing the number of people in the audience that are willing to facilitate that. So, you know, what can I say? If you like yourself the way you are, you shouldn't start a company, right? You're not gonna be the same person 2 years from now. Speaking from personal experience. So you might be a better version of yourself. Let's put it that way, right? Pick the right business, you'll be a better version of yourself. So let's go out and reach out to entrepreneurs all across New Mexico. Give them a lift up, go to some of these events, talk to some people you've met here, and I'll see you all next Wednesday. Thank you.